All right, good morning. Trying to get a couple things still set up here. Couple of things still set up. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Good morning, Predator. Good morning. All right. Got about 12 minutes here until the market opens. 12 minutes. See if we can't get this thing set up a little better. Looking a little crazy this morning. I don't know. Maybe that's the best we can do. It's fine. So anyways, let's see what we got going on this morning. Plan today, reduce size. For kind of obvious reasons. We want to reduce size. And yeah, take profits quick if we're going to take them. Take profits quickly. Be careful. Clearly, we want to be being careful today because traditionally speaking, it's not great action on non-farm payroll Friday there, but had a nice little move up right there at the numbers, the old dip and rip. So dipped down to the 50s and ripped up to the 50s. So nice little 100-point rip up. Probably not going to be trading the Topstep account today or the APEX. We're going to hit the Bulenox account. That's what I'm thinking. We'll use Bulenox, see what we get. Bulenox it is. Make sure I don't get any food on my face. Had to finish eating my breakfast real quick. As you do. I can never get this thing. I don't know. Good enough. Good enough, I suppose. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe. So let's kind of look and see what we got here. Obviously going to have a gap to the upside or downside, however you want to look at it. Closed yesterday's action. I mean, yeah, we got 547, so about a 100-point gap to the downside, a little more. Right at that. Kind of put us a little, not that it's a huge deal, but we'll just say 550 area. 560, we'll just put us a little box in there we will remember. Still pushing here. Still trying to push. So I do think I'm going to do, how's it going, Kelvin? Do think I'm going to do the 15-minute breakout today, but we are going to reduce size. Going to reduce down to one contract, risk 750 for three, or risk 300 for 750, and go with that. Don't know that we'll do the 5-minute fair value gap strategy today. Mancini says, quick follow through here on the ES after non-farm payroll. ES is trying to break out of the range. 45.44 was his first target, just tagged. Lock-in gains here, trail stops now. 54.65 remain next up. Bulls want to hold 27 to 31. Now on any dips or it's back in a chop. 47 is now the high. We got the VWAP all the way down here at the 582 area. So quite a ways down there to the VWAP. Quite a ways down. So what do we anticipate happening here at open? Let's think about it. We had a move up. Non-farm payroll. Typically, we would probably retrace most of that move, in my opinion. Or it could just be a straight up kind of day. So I would think that we're probably going to pull back at open. You know, no guessing. We'll wait and see what happens, right? But if I had to guess, I would think that we're going to get a pullback at the open here. Probably pull back pretty hard. But who knows? We'll see. So yeah, I'm kind of thinking maybe we'll get a quick little push up right here at open and then start pulling back. That's kind of my game plan, what we're thinking. If we kind of lose this area here, you know, maybe we just test the 600s and then move back up. If we lose that 600s though, I definitely think we probably see the VWAP. It's kind of an interesting area though to be trying to trade, to be honest. You do got a pivot point down there at 610 area. Pivot point to the upside 682. So maybe we see I don't think a VWAP touch is out of the question here at open. We will try to be careful though. Don't want to dig ourselves a hole like we did yesterday. Dug ourselves a hole right at open for no reason. We knew we needed a pullback. It kept going and I was like, I don't want it to go without me, so I jumped in. Did it twice. Won't be doing that thing today. Not happening. Not gonna happen. So let's kind of see what happens here. Couple of minutes here till open. You know, you could sort of something like that. Something along those lines. Just over a minute here till the action begins. All right, what's y'all's prediction here at open? Are we selling, or are we pushing? I think we push up, then maybe pull back. Push into the high of day there, then pull back. We'll see. Maybe we take that first push up. I don't know. Just kind of see what happens. All right, here we go. How's it going, 6? How is it going over there? So let's just see what happens here at open. Going to be keeping an eye on the ES and the Nasdaq here at open. Kelvin thinks we're going to push. We shall see. All right, sellers coming in strong right here at open so far. ES testing the 40s. Little pullback there. No buyers yet. ES back to the 40. Buyers trying to step up here. ES back up to the 43. Trying to break out. Above 50 here, we probably see high a day. Just kind of watching. Might participate if we break through 50 strong. So far, nothing. ES still pushing. Nasdaq lagging a little bit behind here. I'm doing pretty good, 6. I'm doing pretty good. ES trying to push. Nasdaq pulling back. Let's get a direction here. Looking to get a direction here. ES back to the 43s. Back to the 43s. Trying to start pushing again here. We hold up at that 20 level again. Would be interesting. ES just kind of stuck at the 43s there. Testing the bottom of that range now. Do got the pivot there at 10 to be aware of. Bouncing off that pivot right now. Sellers trying to come in here. Bulls fighting them off so far. Bulls fighting them off so far. ES back to the 42s. On what? Strange. All right, starting to push here again. ES pushing as well. Buyers not looking super consistent just yet. Still trying to push here. Over 35, if we can get the volume coming in here, I may participate long. Maybe a little dangerous, but... All right, we're going to try it here. Target's 49. See if we can get a quick push. Buyers looking good. ES approaching high a day. $49's the target. See if we can get it. Stopped out there. Stop went to break even at 30 ticks. Like I said, we'll be taking profit quick today. Not much to speak of as far as profit on that one. It's $55. $55. So it was just the goal. The target was 50 handle or 50 ticks, and stop went to break even at 30 ticks. So back down to the pivot. It was kind of a failed breakout anyway. So maybe not the end of the world. Choppy action here at open. Thought that we may get the energy on that push to kind of go, but now it looks like we're going to test the 600s. Sellers coming in kind of strong. ES testing the 40s. There's the 600 push. Going to test the VWAP here, looks like. Going to test that VWAP. Down at the 90 now. Might not be a bad buy off the VWAP, but I think we're going to oversell the VWAP here a bit. I'd like to see a pop back above 600 here. Maybe we go to 85 and then pop, or we just going to pop here. Get a little pop back above 600 here. ES down to the 37s. VWAP at 34 on the ES. So I think the NAS will probably oversell the VWAP a little bit here. Maybe 10 points, maybe down to the 80. Then we'll see what happens once the ES reaches the VWAP here. $86. See what happens when we get through the 90s there. Should get a little pop back up here off the off this low once the ES kind of reaches the VWAP there. I would expect us to get a bit of a pop back up. So let's see what happens. Testing the 80 now. ES just now reaching the VWAP. Let's see what happens. 33 on the ES. I would think that we'd get a pop back up here. So let's just see. Let price tell us what's going to happen, though. ES testing the VWAP down to the 31s. It's kind of looking like it might lose it. But let's just be careful here, because any strength on the ES side is going to bring us right back up over here. So see if that ES holds that VWAP. Holding that 33 area right now. All right, ES trying to get back above the VWAP. Trying its best to. Need some sort of pullback. Maybe retest the VWAP here if we're going to continue short. We retest that 90 area, 88, 90 area, then we can consider a short here. Got to have a pullback though. Don't want to jump in like we did yesterday and just give back profits. Granted, it's not very much profit right now, but looks like we might be going for that gap fill today, buddy. It looks like it. Gap fill down there at the 47s, really, but we marked it out at the 60. Oh, I'm sorry, 57. Down to the 50s here. Let's just wait for a pullback. That's all we can do. Let's be patient. Wait for a pullback here. A pullback always comes. Not enough of a pullback there for me. I need more. We need more. ES back to the VWAP. ES testing the VWAP there. Seeing if it can get back above it. As soon as the sellers come back in here, we'll consider participating short. Okay, let's see here. I'm just waiting, trying to be patient. We don't want to be the first one to the party here. Let's just wait, see what happens. Yes, down to the 31s there. This we do have a pivot point down at 535 also to be aware of. ES down to the 28s. Line in the sand, there's 27s, I think, on the ES. Still considering a short. Just waiting. Again, we got to pivot at 35, so I may want to see us lose that pivot before we enter. We want to see the ES kind of lose that 27 area. Testing it now. Holding up there at the 27 so far. Nasdaq holding up at the pivot, 35. Don't want to be shorting into support here. Want to make sure we get through there, or if we bounce. Just trying to zoom out there, see what we got in that area. All right, buyers coming back in here strong. Looks like we're going to bounce right off this area. All right, let's kind of outline our 15 minutes areas now. Obviously, that's to the upside. Got just over a minute here before these areas kind of print, but looks like we'll be inside the range there for a bit. Now, I'm gonna let you guys know, if we do get 10 handles over here and we start to turn back down, I am just gonna lock in the profit, just so you know. We gave up $1,000 on our drawdown yesterday on the Bulenox accounts because we went into profit for $500, I think $400, and then we took a $600 L. So don't want to be doing that today. I don't love that the pivot's here at the bottom side of this 15-minute range. Don't love it. Don't love it, but it's fine. I think we're going to sell here. All right, there's 45 after. Let's see what happens. So tagged in here. So far, I'm okay with how it looks. Want to get through there, though. Sellers look okay now. All right, we're going to go ahead and lock in 10 handles. Oops, well, it didn't let me. Would have got stopped there had I anyway. All right, let's see. You know what? We'll just lock in 5. So we'll lock in $100. Oh wait, my math's off. That's not quite 100. All right, stopped out there for like $100. It's holding up there at the pivot. ES failed to get through that 27, kind of triple bottom there. Looks like this thing's probably going to reverse. So let's see what happens. Our stop was at the 49 area. So again, I don't like shorting into that pivot there. That's the reason why I kind of, I don't mind doing it, but I don't want to be giving back a whole bunch of money here on our drawdown. So we took a little small profit there. It's retesting the pivot here now. The ES failing to lose that 27 area got me a little spooked there. I'm thinking this thing's probably going to push. But so far it's not doing it. Again, stop was at the 49, so ES testing the 27 level once again. Now looking like maybe it wants to sell. Sellers coming in here. Sellers coming in here. Looking good to push this thing down. Probably going to test the 500 level now. Where would I take profit? Would have been 497 area. So this might be one that I regret later, but looking good now. That's the thing with the news and everything that's going on today. That's kind of why I'm, and plus non-farm payroll and all that, trying to just take profit as you can. Almost got down to the O2s there. Listen, I'm going to take any profit I can today, guys. I'm not, I'm feeling okay about this, even though we're missing out on some profit here, potentially. We're up 135 on one account, 110 on the other. So, not huge numbers by any means, but we're going to take, we know how we normally trade on non-farm payroll, and traditionally we lose money. So we take anything we can. So tested that, what did it hit? 98? Did it hit 98? Oh, it did. So 98 would have been 36 handles in profit. Oh, man, that would feel bad. We were targets 38 handles, so 96. 96.50 exactly would be the 38 handles. I would imagine we get it here. This nice little pop back up here. ES lost the 27s there. Should get this pushed through the 90s now. This is going to be the third one today that we actually get the 38 handles on, looks like, and I didn't capture 38 handles on any of those moves. So starting next week, we're going to put this on and leave it on. That's the reason why I want to use it on the Topstep account, so I don't have to worry about the drawdown. So that's what we'll be doing next week. All right, so we didn't quite hit our target, but we would have locked in 20 handles here. So it would have been stopped out here for 20 handles. We took 5, just to give you an idea. So we took 100 when we could have took 400, but hindsight's 20/20, right? You can look back at it and say, well, could have this, could have that. But if you guys haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe. If you are interested in trading futures, I do recommend Topstep. We do got a link in the description below. And APEX did start a 80% off sale. So it still says 40% off in my description there, or 50%, but it's 80% starting today. And I would imagine Bulenox will probably match that. They typically do. But I do recommend Topstep. Link in the description. Like I said, $49 for the 50K account there. I just like the fact that there's no drawdown. I like the fact that, there's no trailing drawdown, intraday trailing drawdown. It's an end-of-day drawdown. And also, once you're funded, you can make as much as you want. There's no consistency rule once you're funded. I like that. Yeah, you got to have 5 $200 winning days. But you can literally make $5 grand a day, and it doesn't matter. Whereas you have to keep that 30 to 40% consistency up, whatever it may be, with Bulenox or APEX. So I do like Bulenox and APEX, but I do think that Topstep makes a little more sense. So when they're a little more expensive, but I do think that the end of day drawdown definitely helps. Just like yesterday, we took a $600 loser. We were up $400 on the funded account, Bulenox, and it took $1,000 off our drawdown, even though, you know, we're up $1,300 on the funded account still. But we only have $1,300 in drawdown left on this account. So we only need, now it does stop following you once you hit that 52.6. So obviously that's my goal. So I want to get both of these accounts above 52.6, and then it doesn't matter. So we need about $900 more here and $1,300 here. So maybe that'll come soon enough. So the 15-minute breakout strategy this week, if you did not move your stop, if you followed the rules, even just the rules that I set forth, you would have made 38 handles Tuesday and Wednesday, and then you would have made 20 handles today, and you would have lost 15 handles Monday, Thursday. So I don't know what that math is. Let's figure it up. So let's see, 1,500 plus 1,500. So your winners would be $3,400, or I'm sorry, $3,800, because that's using 2 contracts. Winners would be $3,800. Your losers would be $1,200. So theoretically, you would be up $2,600 on the week with 2 contracts. But had you followed the rules and all that good stuff. But I didn't. It's not that I didn't follow the rules. I kind of, one of the days I didn't follow the rules. If you guys remember, we were approaching the 77. Supposed to move my stop to plus 10 handles at 78, and I moved it at plus 77, or at 77, at plus 19. Came back, stopped me out, and then went to the full target. So if I had not moved it, it would have worked out correctly. So kind of an idea here for a short, guys. I do kind of like this consolidation here that we're having. As long as we kind of, you know, stay out of that 15-minute range there. I don't really want to get back above that pivot point. I would still be interested in a short. I'd like some consolidation here and then a breakdown. That's kind of what we're getting here so far. ES is back above the 27. Don't love that. It did sell down to the 22, and 27 was kind of the line in the sand there. Looks like we're probably going to push, though. Headed back into that range. Trying to get above the pivot point there. Yeah, and I back tested that 15-minute breakout strategy. It runs at about a 55% win rate. So, I mean, if you do that 2.5 to 1, you only got to win 40% of the time to still make money and still make decent money. So, all right. Bulls trying to take back charge here, back above the pivot point. ES back above the 27. So let's kind of see what happens. Had a nice little ABC there on the 1-minute chart, but it was right into the pivot point, so I didn't love it. Pushing back up into the 50, getting a little bit of a rejection here. ES testing that VWAP there. May consider a long. We may consider a long here if we get above that 50 strong, just into the VWAP there. Pushing through 50, ES getting above the VWAP. gonna wait here. Just gonna wait. Probably gonna pull back under the 50 and then maybe we get a push through there. ES trying to get above the VWAP there, pushed above for a moment. If we get our buyers come back in here, then we will participate long. Just kind of watching, just kind of watching. Oh, we are coming into the 10 o'clock hour. I don't remember if there, I think there is news at 10. It might have been at 9:45 though, I'm not sure. Coming into 10 o'clock here. Yes, getting a rejection right there. Sellers coming in pretty heavy here. Do think maybe there was news there. I didn't really look. Getting kind of a second breakdown out of that 15-minute range there. ES back to the 28. Maybe we test that 500 level. Just trying to break out of there. I took another little scalp there on that short. Got in kind of late. Got out quick because you see how it just bounced right back up there. So up 240 on one account and 110 on the other. Guys, in and out today, quick and easy. Look at this rip right back up. Ripping right back up. Kind of an interesting, got a little bit of divergence here on the WADA. I'd be careful on longs here. Interesting divergence here. ES back to the VWAP there. Back into that 15-minute kind of zone there. Thanks, Predator. Yeah, I got in kind of late on that one. I wanted to wait for a pullback, but then I was like, I don't know. Once we broke this trend line, I took a little 5-6 points down there. Just took profit quickly. Not in love with the way this looks on this push back up. No volume to support it yet. You can kind of see here on the WADA. Right there, you got this trailing, it's trailing down volume, yet we're pushing up. So that to me is an indication that we're probably going to sell back down. And here we go. I mean, obviously the buy volume could come in here to support it, but it's not there yet. ES testing the VWAP there. Now, I guess I could just use the one that's already there, but yeah, you could kind of adjust this now to kind of the bodies of the candles there. Seller's trying to come back through here. Through that 35 strong, we might consider another short. Probably shouldn't, just because of the time of day it is. Already past the first 30 minutes, so maybe we don't. But we may just be happy with our $350 and call it a day. I don't think there's any shame with walking away with some profits. Especially when you know traditionally you don't trade this day well, right? It's just kind of not a lot of follow through, kind of chop. In and out, it's okay to trade. You can find points, but now the volume's looking better on this on the buyers here. ES is above the 30s, got above that VWAP strong. Obviously NQ's approaching the VWAP now. So now kind of the idea here, if you are looking for a long, you want to see a push above, maybe come back down to retest the VWAP and then move higher. That's what I would expect, but doesn't look like we're getting that. Sellers coming back in, just knocking it right back down to the pivot point. Right back down to the pivot point. Seller said, no thank you. Coming in strong here. I guess they're going to try to make a proper C-leg. Are we going to test the 500s again this time? If I was going to short, I would short right through the 35s. Like once we got to maybe 33, if we got there strong. I don't think I'm going to. I don't think the volume's supporting it right now. Still just holding that VWAP. Also that 15-minute range right there in the same spot. 15-minute range and also the ES right there at the VWAP as well. So not in love with this area. Predator by nature. I'm a scalper. The faster the better. Yeah, me too. In case you didn't know, I am also a scalper. For sure. 10 points, I'm ready to take profit. That's why this 38 point take profit that I'm trying to establish on this 15-minute range is hard for me. That's so hard for me. As I see the number, right, I'm like, oh man, I'm up $800. Let's take some profit. Let's take profit. I'm up $200. Let's lock some in. But can't have that mentality on that mechanical strategy. I gotta really let it play out. Today's a little different because we do have a lot of news today between 8:30 and 10 a.m. I think we had news at 8:30, 9:45, and 10 today. So a little different. The ES and the NAS are kind of looking exactly the same here. The only difference is ES is kind of right there at the VWAP. But you can see this little channel it has going there. NAS looking the same there. It's right here at the 50. You're going back to less ticks, but more trades. See, I do worse that way. The more trades I take, the more of a chance I'm probably going to do something boneheaded and give back the profits. So I don't do so well doing it that way. I even tried to just trade the flips on this Ninzarenko. I mean, if you go back and look here, if you just traded the flips, right? Winner, winner. Obviously, that's a loser. But just look at the flips. Winner, winner. Depending upon how many points you're looking for, this could be a winner. 44 to 38. Same thing here. 49 to 54. That's probably a winner, winner. So like you can come through here and just kind of pick these out. Now these are the kind of setups I kind of like right here where you get this. So you get a move up and then you get this purple bar. That signal flies, it might reverse. But as long as the next, so then you put your order right here. So if the red one doesn't print and it turns back around, then you can get another point. You can get pretty good percentage of winners out of that kind of setup. Kind of like this right here. This one wouldn't really have worked, but I don't know. I've tried everything, different strategies, you know. The simplest usually work the best. The simplest strategy. That's what I'm finding. The stuff that you're like, man, it's too easy. There's no way that can work. There's no way you can make money doing that. Usually is what works the best. Just pair these. I like pairing these breakouts with volume. Use the WADA. Pair the breakouts with the volume. You're in a little bit later on the breakout because you're waiting for volume to kind of give you a confirmation. But you could get 5 points almost every time. Like I usually put my target at 10. But if I had a short target at like 5 points, almost every time I'm up at least 100. Most trades, I find. Now, there's some trades, obviously, you enter and then it just goes against you right away, but, you know. Kiss, yeah. Keep it stupid simple. That's right. Or keep it simple stupid. I don't know. One or the other. So we're retesting the VWAP here. Looking kind of bullish here, like we want to get going. ES testing the 38. It's kind of holding that low to low trend line as well. We'll push here into the 80. I just don't trust anything today. I mean, I'm in that area. I'm in that mood now where it's like, I just don't trust it. Like even this right here. This normally would be something I might would take for the break of 80 into 90. Just try to take 10 handles. But I just don't trust it. Got a shallow ABC, so this is your A leg, B leg, pull back, C, up. But it's not trusting it. And this is why. Volume, well, it went away for a moment. Now it's trying to come back. Now this would be a setup I would like, right? Little pullback purple bar. If the red one didn't print, I would put my entry right there above 12 for the push into 90. If the red one printed, that would invalidate the entry. But see how the red one didn't print? So you would get long here at 85. I'd probably take profit at 95. I don't love trading into the 90 though. But if the red one printed, you would just cancel the order. So let's kind of see what happens here. It probably will work since I'm not taking it. So I just camp me out an order at 85. If it takes me, then it would just take me. So chances are if it takes me, it's going to print 2 or 3 more green candles right behind it. So let's just wait. If a red one prints though, if the red one printed, you take the order off. All right, there. So we would be tagged in right here. So we'd be long from 85. I'm not currently, but stop obviously be at 75. Target 95. And there's 90. Like I said, you could just take a short 5-handle profit on something like that if you're trading into a whole number or that 90 drama area, but I think we get through 90, at least to 95. It'll most likely be a winner since, like I said, I didn't take it. If I took it, it'd be a loser. Oh. And now I would have my stop up here at 81 because if a red one prints, you don't want to be in it. If a reversal bar prints, you don't really want to be in it. Just need 2 more green bars to print real quick and you're good to go. Uh-oh. Here comes some sellers. Maybe not. It's going to be close. Probably stop. Looks like a stop is coming. Buyers got to come through if they're going to come through. I don't see the buyers yet. Sellers kind of going away though. Well, at least for a second. And there you go. Stopped out. If I was in it. So you could have taken 5 handles, but that's pretty short profit for something like that. That's why I don't like trading into that 90 though. Usually we'd pop above it a bit and then kind of pull back. We didn't there though. We did not do it there. Well, guys, I hate for it to be such a short stream today, but I got a lot to do. I don't want to just leave you guys sitting here with no trade going or anything like that. So this is what we finished up at today, 240 and 110. If you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe. Enjoy your weekend. I will be dropping a video this weekend, maybe Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern, on these mechanical strategies. So if you're interested, watch that and let me know what you think. And I'll be live on Tuesday, and we're gonna see if we can't get a nice and profitable week next week. We were green this week. I don't know how much, but we'll post a video this weekend for that. But appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you next time.